Tell me, what's the last uncomfortable thing that you did in a mobile app? Maybe you tried to send money whilst the cashier is holding out the contactless machine, or you set up a crypto wallet terrified that one wrong click would lose completely everything. You see that feeling you felt? That's you paying a tax. And most mobile designers don't even know they're charging for it. Every app charges psychological taxes, the mental energy to figure things out, especially under pressure, the anxiety about screwing up, social embarrassment. Most designers pretend these don't exist. They design for users who never make mistakes and always know what they want. But real users, they're anxious, confused, terrified of looking stupid. And this week, I ranked 7 designs by one thing. How well did they eliminate the discomfort tax? I'm Cam from Handheld. I'm a product designer who spent years studying what separates interfaces that work from ones that frustrate. Every week, I rank the 7 best mobile designs that I come across, and this week, all 7 understand that one thing. So let's break down exactly how they did it. Number 7 tackles a tax we pay every morning. That moment you're walking out the door wondering, is this jacket too much? Mr. Samuel eliminates that translation step. He designed an app that generates outfits based on the day's weather, so you don't have to. No more converting 62 degrees into clothes decisions in your head after you come out of the shower, hopefully. This is the daily decision tax. You wake up, before you even had your coffee, your brain's already running calculations. Is this jacket warm enough? Wait, did I actually complete that wallet back up? These aren't big decisions, but they're everywhere. And by the time you sit down to actually work, you're already exhausted. Most designers think users want more information, whether apps give you temperature, humidity, wind speed, UV index. Crypto wallets show you 17 security options, but here's one thing they miss. Information isn't relief. Decision making is the tax. Here, the designer gets rid of this tax with style. Just look at the craft. Weather backgrounds that adapt to conditions, yellows for sun, muted tones for overcast. Those embossed illustrations and 3D buttons draw your eyes exactly where it needs to go. And this slider, the lines actually grow as you swipe and select. Plus, it visualizes time of day, so you know how long you have to decide. When users face recurring daily anxiety, make the decision for them. Don't give them data to interpret. Give them relief. That's a small tax though. Outfit regret hurts, but you survive it. Now this next one, the stakes get higher. Because Andrew Rybin's crypto wallet addresses the one wrong move loses everything tax. First of all, look at this craft. Barely anything on the screen, but the typography, the 3D icons, the border radius, the padding, its mastery. This onboarding for wallet creation, and on the right screen, ghost shapes preview what you're getting into, where your balance shows, where buttons live, manual backup completed. Andre leaves nothing up for interpretation. That preview eliminates trust anxiety because you're not committing blind. For high stakes moments, interface needs to feel like a patient guide, not interrogations. Simple looking screens like this, they take serious craft to execute, but most designers miss that. So we've got daily inconveniences and financial setup anxiety. Annoying, yes, but they're manageable. Now, watch what happens when the tax gets personal. Starting with Liam Muse, who understands that sharing creative work means putting yourself up for judgment. If anyone knows this, designers do. Like, design is the game of opinions, and trust me, people have a lot of them. This is what we call the vulnerability tax. You're about to post your work, finger hovering over the publish, you know what happens next. The internet has opinions, lots of them, harsh ones, or worse, silence. Was it even good enough to comment on? Vulnerability isn't a bug in your product, it's a feature you're ignoring. If you see on the image post, there's a super small toggle interaction that I love. You pull that up and you get a full camera detail, as you can see on the left. Nikon F3, 28mm, f2.0 aperture. Instagram would have killed for this in their pure photography days, but all they care about now is high converting reels and ads. But what happens is how the screen breathes. Generous white space, soft treatment. When you're dealing with content users create that you can't control, build around it and get out of the way. Visual softness reduces emotional exposure. The interface should feel protective when users are vulnerable. The tax, imposter syndrome and creative doubt, but the relief, an environment that makes your work feel safe before anyone even comments. Sharing your work publicly, that's vulnerable, but at least it's optional. With this tax, it's unavoidable when money's involved with people that you know. Halsey Arafat makes asking for friends' money back feel playful instead of confrontational and sometimes very, very awkward. Look, center the screen, 2 profile pictures so you instantly see who you're requesting from. Preset amounts you can tap and you can schedule when it sends. And these rounded corner profiles that aren't quite circles, these are playful touches that changes the tone to something a bit more upbeat. Every color here serves one job. Pull your eyes to what matters. Room icons, profile pictures, CTAs, nothing decorative, everything's functional. Interface tone can shoulder social awkwardness so users don't have to be confrontational. Make it feel like sending a meme, not making a demand. Like even Monzo tries to do this with their say thanks feature when you receive money from a friend. Social awkwardness with money is one thing, but when you layer in also not knowing what you want, that's when it gets a lot worse. And Netflix is notorious for letting us deal with this, but Yaroslav tries to save us this headache with the next tax on our list. And this is the choice paralysis tax. It's Friday night, you and your partner open Netflix. What do you want to watch? I don't know. What do you want to watch? 30 minutes later, you're still scrolling. Action, too intense. Comedy, not in the mood. Romance, maybe. You're not choosing a movie anymore. You're fighting decision fatigue. The problem isn't that users are indecisive. It's that you're making them translate feelings into categories. I want something that makes me feel becomes, is that drama or thriller? It doesn't make sense. This design stops asking asking users to think, it asks them to feel. When content is what users want, get out of the way, and here the posters are the content. But it's not just about the visuals. The visuals are great, but the concept, picking moods instead of genres, like that's what eliminates attacks. Feel good, heartbroken, suspenseful. You see snippets of a vibe before clicking. We also get 4 rating options instead of 2. Awful, meh, good, amazing. It gives the algorithm actual nuance. There's a difference between liking something and loving it. Netflix probably spent millions on figuring this out, so I think it's best we just piggyback off their research budget instead. And this movie detail screen, the Apple Music approach with the cover blurred into the background, IMDb, Rotten Tomatoes ratings as simple percentages makes decision instant. When users know the feeling they want but can't verbalize it, give them emotional shortcuts, not categories. And this one takes a bronze medal this week because it turns choice paralysis into guided discovery, but we're still in this decision-making territory. Okay, wait, stop. Everything we just saw, daily annoyances, frustrating, sure, but they're survivable. But these next 2 designs, they're dealing with a completely different level of discomfort because when states get irreversible, when one wrong move means your money's gone or you can't even start because you feel a bit too dumb, that's when design starts being about making things pretty and starts being about making people actually feel safe. So with that being said, let's get straight into the last 2 designs. This is the irreversible mistake tax. You're about to send $500, you've triple checked the amount, but have you checked the recipient? You glance at the name, looks right, probably, maybe, you hit send, and then instant panic. Wait, was that the right account? You frantically open the app again, no undo button, no are you sure, no safety net. Your money's gone to someone, hopefully the right person. This is a tax that keeps people up at night because unlike outfit regret or movie choices, there's no going back. One wrong tap costs you real money. That's why in the top third of the screen here, it's just recipient verification. Big profile image, clear name, account details. This addresses what users actually fear, not did I get the right amount? It's am I sending $500 to the wrong account? Because this action is irreversible, one wrong tap, your money's gone. But this design, it prioritizes identity confirmation over transaction details, which is psychologically perfect. Color coding, status indicators, white space. It makes the review feel thorough without being overwhelming. So this one takes silver medal because it transforms an irreversible action into something that feels controlled through pure clarity. You're not confirming a transaction, you're being reassured throughout. For irreversible actions, dedicate screen real estate to what users are actually scared of, not just what's technically important. You can get this information by just asking, interviewing, testing, but be sure to get this information. It's worth its weight in gold. Now, that's a massive tax eliminated, but there's one tax bigger than all of these, the one that keeps people out of your mobile app entirely. The feeling of being too dumb to even start. That studio realizes that they need to be more like a teacher than a designer to eliminate the last one on our list. The intimidation tax, the big one. You've heard about crypto, everyone's talking about it. Your friend made money, your coworker won't show up about it. It's all X talks about in those nerdy communities. You want in, so you download the wallet, probably family because that's the best design one. You open it, generate seed phrases, gas fees, hexadecimal addresses. Like what? You close the app, you're not stupid. You build products, manage teams, run businesses in the day-to-day. This, it makes you feel like an idiot, so you don't even start. That's not a learning curve, that's a barrier to entry, and it's intentional. Complexity signals expertise, but jargon signals you don't belong here. But this design here, it eliminates the shame of being a beginner completely. This wallet has everything: receive, send, swap, buy. Dollar amount with growth indicators, account selectors for multiple wallets, assets, collectibles. Everything's legible and it's easy to scan. Toggle for all transactions, received, sent, filtered views, pendings pulled out of the toggle onto the top because it's urgent. Like, that's a very smart choice that I might add. There's AI chat where you can say sell Bitcoin, buy Solana. It's a conversational interface for complex actions. But what makes this gold is approachability for intimidating industry. Crypto terrifies people. The jargon, the fear of losing money, the complexity, it's all designed to make you feel dumb, especially newcomers. But let's talk about design. Clean white palette, pastel accents, playful icons, rounded text, large illustrations. You feel smart immediately. No learning curve feeding, even though the learning curve does still exist. And this one deserves gold medal in first place because it proves approachability and sophistication aren't opposites. It carries the cognitive load without dumbing anything down for the user. For intimidating domains, eliminate the feeling of being a beginner. Make users feel capable from minute one. Education happens naturally after that. Every interface charges psychological taxes. Every form, every decision, every social feature. You're charging them whether you know it or not. The uncomfortable moments, scary decisions, socially loaded interactions, times users feel stupid. Most designers treat these as edge cases, but they're not edge cases. They're exactly where users need you most. Make users feel capable when they're lost, safe when they're exposed. That's design. From morning outfit anxiety all the way to crypto intimidation, these 7 understand that discomfort isn't a bug to fix. It's where you either show up or you don't. The uncomfortable moments that you need to design for are your job. So that's it for design picks number 27. Congrats to Status Studio, Eric Angelo, and Yaroslav on the podium. If you're building mobile apps and this helped, share it with someone who ships or designs. Follow the Daily Inspiration on X, the link's down below, and subscribe for next week's drop in the newsletter. Links are in the description. And tell me in the comments, what tax are you trying not to charge for this week? If you want to be featured, tag Handheld on X or submit directly through our newsletter, which is in the description as well. Everything you need will be in the description. And yeah, as always, I'll see you next week. Peace.